Welcome to Talk CFC, your place to stay updated on everything Chelsea. On this channel, we cover everything from match schedules, lineups and predicted scores, player injuries, to the latest transfer news and other big news from Stamford Bridge. Everything is presented concisely, clearly, and to the point. So make sure you don't miss the latest updates every day. Before we go any further, let us know in the comments below, which country are you watching from today? Let's also see which country is home to the biggest Chelsea fans. Now, let's get straight to the main discussion today. Chelsea are reportedly moving seriously in their search for a new manager, and one name is now emerging as the frontrunner: Xabi Alonso. According to recent reports, several talks have taken place between Chelsea and Alonso's representatives. Although no final decision has been made, the Spanish coach is said to be the leading candidate to take over at Stamford Bridge next season. This news immediately sparked optimism among Chelsea fans. After a season filled with turmoil and a change of manager, many supporters felt the club was finally moving towards a more suitable choice. Names like Andoni Iraola and Marco Silva had been discussed. However, compared to other candidates, Alonso was considered to have far greater aura and experience. His track record with Bayer Leverkusen was also a major factor. He led the club to unbeaten Bundesliga and DFB Pokal titles, an achievement that catapulted his name into the European spotlight. Interestingly, Chelsea is reportedly ready to give Alonso greater control over the team's project. This is seen as a sign that management is beginning to realise that major changes are needed. Now it all comes down to one thing. Can Chelsea really convince Alonso to lead a major project that is at its lowest point? Shocking news has emerged from Stamford Bridge regarding the future of the Blues attack next season. Nicholas Jackson will reportedly be given a second chance to prove his worth as Chelsea's main striker after completing his loan spell at Bayern Munich. Despite experiencing ups and downs before his move to Germany, the club's management reportedly remains confident that the Senegalese international possesses all the attributes needed to succeed in the tough competition of the Premier League. During his time in the Bundesliga with Bayern Munich, Jackson has reportedly demonstrated significant maturity. The experience of competing at the highest level and working alongside some of the world's elite players has reportedly improved his composure and decision-making in the final third. Chelsea's coaching staff are reportedly very impressed with the 24-year-old's mental and technical development, who is now considered much more ready to shoulder the heavy burden in West London's attack. It has been an incredibly emotional journey to see Jackson recover from the immense pressure he faced upon his arrival from Villarreal. There is gratitude and joy that the club has chosen to be patient and give young talent space to develop rather than constantly hunting for new signings in the transfer market. This decision seems to send a warm message that the players' loyalty and hard work will always be rewarded under the long-term project currently being built with passion. Given his rapid growth in Germany, Jackson is reportedly set to immediately join pre-season preparations to compete for a starting spot. With his combination of natural pace and a more refined goal-scoring instinct, Jackson's return could be a valuable addition to the squad. So, can Nicholas Jackson repay the management's trust with a flurry of goals next season? What do you think? Is this the right decision for Chelsea? Chelsea is reportedly opening the door for Wesley Fofana to leave this summer, although the player is said to still want to stay at Stamford Bridge. According to recent reports, the club would be very happy if they could sell the French defender. This decision is believed to be part of Chelsea's broader plan to revamp their defence and balance the club's finances. Fofana himself arrived with high expectations after being bought for around £70 million. However, in recent seasons, his career has been plagued by long-term injuries and inconsistent form. Even when fit, his performances this season have been deemed far from consistent. This situation has led management to consider options that previously seemed impossible. To complicate the situation, Fofana reportedly has no intention of leaving. He still wants to stay and prove himself at Chelsea. However, with his high salary and the uncertainty surrounding next season's European competition, the club is starting to see a sale as a realistic solution. Meanwhile, interest from Barcelona has also emerged. Chelsea is said to be able to capitalise on this opportunity to raise fresh funds before the player's value continues to decline. Moreover, now that Levi Colwill has returned from injury, his partnership with Trevoh Chalobah is starting to be seen as the new foundation of Chelsea's backline. Now the question is, are Chelsea truly ready to let Fofana go, or will this be a decision they will regret in the future? Good news for the Blues. as confirmed by leading transfer expert Fabrizio Romano. Xabi Alonso, the highly coveted man to become Chelsea's new manager, is reportedly on a smoother path to Stamford Bridge. This comes after Liverpool, previously their top contender, reportedly made no move to sign their former player in 2026. Fabrizio Romano assured that Liverpool have had no direct contact with Alonso or his agent this year. Although Liverpool are in a transitional period, they reportedly still believe in the project, giving Chelsea the green light to lead the hunt. Alonso himself is currently without a club following the end of his spell at Real Madrid, making him the most prestigious candidate available in this summer's managerial market. The thought of someone of Xabi Alonso's caliber on the Stamford Bridge pitch is truly exciting. With a stellar reputation as one of the world's best midfielders and his success in leading teams to trophies at the highest level, Alonso is believed to have earned the instant respect of the entire squad. It's heartening to hear that talks between Chelsea representatives and Alonso are reportedly ongoing, indicating a genuine interest from the maestro in helming Blueco's ambitious project. Alonso's presence isn't just about tactics, but about bringing a winning mentality that the West London crowd has sorely missed. After years of uncertainty, Alonso's profile is seen as the perfect fit to restructure the club's glory days. However, the question remains, can management convince Alonso that Chelsea is the best place to prove his mettle? What do you think? Is Xabi Alonso the final piece of the puzzle that will return Chelsea to the top of Europe? Chelsea have reportedly begun moving to sign Anthony Gordon amidst heated competition with Arsenal. According to journalist Simon Phillips, Chelsea have even held meetings with the player's agent. Although it's still in the early stages, this move indicates that the Blues are serious about adding attacking reinforcements next season. Anthony Gordon himself has been impressive for Newcastle this season. With 22 goals and assists in all competitions, the English winger is considered one of the most consistent players in the Magpies squad. However, Chelsea's situation isn't entirely favourable. Their absence from next season's Champions League could be a major obstacle in negotiations. Arsenal are said to have a stronger chance because their project is considered more stable and competitive at this time. Furthermore, Mikel Arteta is also believed to be able to offer Gordon a clearer role on the left side of attack. This factor could be an important consideration for the player. However, Chelsea still has the financial strength to change the situation at any time. With the potential for a major squad overhaul and the possible arrival of a new manager, the Blues don't seem to be giving up on this pursuit. Now the transfer saga is heating up. Will Chelsea be able to hijack Arsenal's target, or will Gordon opt for a more promising project? News of a Chelsea squad overhaul this summer has reportedly become more concrete with the emergence of Benoit Badiashile as the first player to be released. The French defender is reportedly very likely to leave Stamford Bridge after losing his place in the first team. This situation is exacerbated by the return of Levi Colwill from a long-term injury, which reportedly immediately displaces Badiashile in Blueco management's long-term defensive plans. So far this season, Badiashile has reportedly made only 16 appearances in all competitions and has not even been named on the substitutes list in the last 6 Premier League matches. His name has reportedly continued to fall down the list of centre-back priorities, behind names like Wesley Fofana, Jorel Hato, and youngster Josh Akiampong. With 4 years remaining on his contract, Chelsea is reportedly actively seeking potential buyers, with AC Milan reportedly one of the clubs most strongly linked with bringing him to the San Siro. Given Badiashile's journey in West London, it is quite emotional to see such a talented player slip away so quickly. However, the return of Levi Colwill, who played the full 90 minutes in last weekend's draw against Liverpool, provided a glimmer of hope and joy for loyal supporters. There was gratitude to see Colwill recover from a serious ACL injury, even though it meant Badiashile would be ready to be sold to make room for a new, more capable defender next season. The decision to release Badiashile reportedly signalled that Chelsea was serious about improving their defence, which had been fragile this season. Management seemed eager to build a more solid foundation by finding a long-term partner for Colwill. So, was sending Badiashile to Italy the right move to balance the squad? Or would Chelsea miss his depth in the future? What are your thoughts?